died, and someone is gonna answer for that.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
У нас просто камера может сесть в любой момент. На самом деле, если что, я тут подготовила, будем на телефон снимать.
But you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going?
Докрутить,
I'd rather not dawdle.
чтобы он как-то стоял.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to
У
it.
нас осталось вообще немного, но как обычно, вот
What do
это
you say?
чуть-чуть. Выбивай. Как-то
I'm
было.
sure Miss White.
Странно, там нужно было
Such a reliable
нажимать
pup.
РТ, нажал на ЛТ.
I understand why she'd want to keep you
Всё равно
around.
нажалось.
Видимо, он слева я отобрал.
You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your
Слишком
punishment
легко,
will follow.
слишком. Нет, мы, конечно, с этой Мэри дрались, блин, как ненормальные.
Это точно. Даже пришлось вот в большого-большого волка все-таки превратиться. Показать самую мощную вещь.
I know, but
No,
we have to do
сейчас мы вот будем
something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to.
А, типа у нас сейчас будет
He's
суд.
back.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Ну это же явно не все сказания. То есть,
Are you okay?
Тут их маловато, что всех
It's been
поубивали.
hours.
действительно.
We were worried you'd run into some trouble at the crooked man's place.
Действительно.
Nothing, I'm fine.
I
Так,
guess
чуть-чуть
you've been
потрепала
worse.
жизнь.
You
Немножко.
did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know.
Спасибо за комплимент.
Все, замолчи.
I'm just glad you made it
Да.
back in one
Мы
piece.
тоже не умеем делать комплименты, но не стоит.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This? You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Да, есть такое.
The crooked man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute.
Da.
So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Ну нет.
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Поэтому я не хотела.
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... What?
dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie
Ну,
made
в
that
любом случае
perfectly
вы умер.
clear.
In which
Понимаю,
case,
но
you
теперь-
still have a lot to answer for.
Ну и все равно
And
после
I
того,
don't-
что мы его
Would be
убили.
allowed to
Тогда бы мы могли оправдаться,
We
а
have
теперь
to
мы
read
не
the rest
можем.
of the charges.
other charges.
If you'd wait a moment.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Неоднократное, между
Twice.
прочим. Ну и сколько зрителей
Два.
aiding
Да.
and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical
Мне вот это
artifacts.
туда
And
нравится.
kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all
Что
know
вы
who
просто
you
такой?
are.
Я ничего
We
не
know what
делаю,
you've
я
done.
Give it
знаю,
up
кто все эти
already.
люди. Отстаньте от
The
меня,
Crooked Man
пожалуйста.
has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
realm.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town,
Ну,
we have to
прощальное
start
слово,
doing
да,
things
нужно
correctly.
сказать.
No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Все хотят справедливости, а потом, когда кому-нибудь ее даешь, они такие, а в смысле, а вы что, охренели? Давайте кидайте его.
You have the floor.
Зачем его было освобождать?
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met
Хороший
Georgie.
вопрос.
I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth.
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then? If it had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so
What
long?
cover up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in.
Да, ничего, что его сотрудники ведь нападали на нас.
Действительно.
А Мэри?
О, Мэри это вообще отдельно такое. Сколько она там это с нами заэтовалась.
You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you?
Манипулятор хренов.
You'd
Вообще.
do anything.
Как хорошо, что
You might
всем он
even
не
give up an
нравится.
innocent man, just to save someone.
I think you're done talking.
What are you afraid of? Why not let an old man say his piece? Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own
Ну, это
decisions,
условно,
as Georgie
допустим.
was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free.
Значит,
She
вы
wasn't
делаете
given a
своё
choice.
решение,
Do
но
you
я вас
really think
убью
she
нахрен.
wanted that any of those girls
решение.
wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm
Ну, у
some
него
kind of
есть реально, типа,
tyrant.
какие-то такие...
When your
Да, но...
government abandoned you, left you
Да,
poor,
но
Да,
всегда
да,
всё
да.
равно.
Но это вот
stealing on
это
street
вот
corners,
но.
I was there to look out for you,
Yes, but
wasn't
Реально,
I?
все-таки необходимое зло.
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really?
Да?
Ну, да.
Да?
What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that
Откуда она
mattered,
здесь взялась?
anyway.
Ну,
With
видимо,
nowhere
не
else
все,
to
кто был
turn,
в
she
доме,
came
вот в
to
этом
me
их
for help.
пригласили.
And what did I
А
do
что
for
Сама их
you?
в этом доме.
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours.
Не
Только
бесплатно
мальчик,
даже.
Because
Да,
I
да.
helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not
Поэтому у нее
always
есть
be
волчок.
clear right away. But
Поэтому
I
что?
want you all
Есть
to know that
волчок
I
у
care
нее.
deeply
Чтобы
about
она не
all of
сжигала
you.
деревья направо-налево.
And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Do you really think the crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Ну все, пора в колодец.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking you to the
Georgie was working for you.
Я не знаю.
Bigby got a confession that...
Ну,
confession
все на
that nobody
словах, если
heard.
честно.
Now,
Тот сказал,
I'm no
этот сказал,
barrister,
тот
but I
этот, тот
think
сюда.
such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's
У нас есть
history.
девушки, у которых ленточки теперь не
What are you
работают.
talking
Кстати,
about?
да, ну тоже вариант.
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented
Давай,
all
да,
of
на
you
этой
for
стороне...
profit.
Фу, в этом
Давай,
случае на стороне
быстрее его за
Шибараты.
руки выкидывай
You're
уже.
trying to say that I'm
Задолбали.
responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course, yes. You're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
Да.
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody?
Вообще-то он
He was
ничего не
beaten
делал.
to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe.
Почему
he's
Бигби? Он вообще мы не трогали, мы ему
Did you think we'd
сигаретку
all
там.
just let that go?
That was
Чё
Bluebeard,
гроб потёрли
not
бы?
me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
От кого?
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the
Нам удастся
difference.
его убедить. Мы
That's
закончим
enough.
когда-нибудь эту историю
So,
нормально.
you won't answer for
Мне
your
кажется, мы в итоге просто
behavior,
возьмем его такой,
but I
опять в
must
колодец,
perish for
This is
задолбал.
completely
Под руки
different.
синий
We
I
all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you. Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To
me.
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who
Обещание,
was
какой
there while
кайф.
they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who
Ты
will
что, не найдёшь
dare
себе
challenge
работу?
their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Хоть
Oh,
кто-то
excuse me,
пришел.
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of
Давай.
something.
Of course.
Чё уже?
Go right ahead.
А все тут что-то говорят.
You
Давай. ты.
probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Vivian killed herself back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his
Спасибо,
say
что
so.
пришла.
Ever.
Я же говорила, все девушки без ленточки.
Если бы ты поспешила, мы бы
Five
не
other girls will back me
нифига
up on
так
this.
долго.
We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
Guilty.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take two people's lives away and now you want mercy?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
По факту, да.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
Да, я бы не была уверена.
We'll use magic. I
That's not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we get rid of him.
Блин, сейчас будет
We can
выбор,
send
мы
everyone.
были.
Listen up!
Я не знаю.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
Да.
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
Почему все
He was
опять на нас
appointed.
сваливают?
He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense
Спасибо,
to
что
me.
ты
I guess
на
it
нас
does.
все
Да,
свалила.
да, я не хотела такого.
Нам бы сейчас голосованием
isn't
на
how it's
всех
What
бы
the people
разделили
want,
вину.
that's right.
Любую
Okay,
вообще.
Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Я не знаю, что правильно.
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking
Death
lesson.
No.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Все хотят его кинуть в колодец. На. Все, теперь мы его точно кидаем в колодец. Лицо давай бей. В глаз его. Давай.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
You know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
No, I won't.
Miss me. Я был там, запомнит это.
For Lily and Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Надеюсь, хватит. Не знаю, правда. Что-то у нас интересные баги происходят. Нас откинуло просто практически в начало эпизода. Ай, камера села. Прекрасно.
Hey, Sheriff.
Будет так. Заканчиваем эпизод с телефона.
Leaving for the farm in a few.
Потому что у нас не хватает.
I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
Ну, я буду держать рукой.
Ну поставь ее куда-нибудь.
This
Я не
fucking
могу ее никуда поставить. Куда мне ее поставить? Ну так вот не хочет она стоять. У меня тут зарядка.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, flycatcher left his
Хоть
keys.
куда-нибудь она станет, интересно. Сейчас. Вот так. Будем так доигрывать. Ну, у нас нет вариантов.
Что? Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Что происходит?
Вползаю. Ну чё, управление новое, видимо.
You're late.
Там синей бородой разбираются, а мы вообще не при делах.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Надо его было тоже на ферму отправить. Еще один наглёж. Даже баночка пива не угостил вообще.
Ну, я думала, это лимонад.
Я думаю, это не лимонад. Что-то подсказывает мне, что это не лимонад. О, так лучше. То есть сейчас они вот в таком, типа, при свете дня собираются, им вообще... Я не понимаю, как иногда работают тут правила. Типа, что угодно происходит.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you?
How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you.
Не, у них же есть подвал. Чего они не могут в этом подвале все жить?
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please?
Это та штука, кто насекомое.
So, if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, cause when they're little, they
Очень
have
странный
these
вариант, это
pouches
странный
that
подарок.
squirt
Почему?
juice
Ну он же
when you
лягушка.
touch 'em.
Ну, точнее, жаба.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was
Не, я имею в
pretty.
виду вариант ответа, когда типа там
We're about
был,
ready to
типа,
head
сказать,
out.
классный подарок,
What's it
там
like
все это
at the
будет
farm?
по
I've
странному.
heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim
А
all
что
you
там
want.
высветилось?
Even in daytime?
Yeah.
Что-то не знаю, кто это запомнит. Правда, куда уже запоминать, уже конец игры.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey,
Если они не могут
Bigby,
вернуться с фермы.
where's your
Каким
friend,
образом?
Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
Ну, и скажем, должно быть
How should
пропало,
I
я не
know?
знаю, что.
Надо было его тоже отправлять от Мотаем назад.
Переигрываем. Все не то, все фигня.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help. But this is just something I need to do on
Да,
my
то мало
own.
ли сейчас как. Неожиданная концовка.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith Lily and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
It's okay. Just calm down.
Непонятно.
I freaked out, okay?
Да что
I
сделала
thought if I
ты,
came clean to
женщина?
Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing.
А,
Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I
она, короче,
told
что
him
рассказала. Понятно.
everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that.
Что-то она
Georgie
как-то
promised he'd
протупила
smooth things
сильно.
over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God.
Дай сигаретку, ну ладно.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed.
Сейчас
He
чихну.
had to make an example of us.
Держись.
We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait. So Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you
I
said...
know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it
Прикол,
wasn't the
да.
whole truth?
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at
понятно.
your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction.
Ну,
People like us get forgotten all the time.
туманно.
The crooked man was
Как-то
counting
да,
on that.
очень непонятно. Записочку,
When we
ладно, да,
suffer,
там магия.
We do it
Хрень,
in
которая пойми
silence,
как работает.
and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that
Никого
way,
не
but
бьешь, что
they
злой
need
страшный
you,
серый
Bigby.
волк, который всех
Both
дубасит.
of you. You two
Как
make
так?
a good team. The way you look out for each other and look out for us.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would.
Вот
You
именно.
knew when to show mercy.
Ну,
And
хоть
you
кто-то
brought justice to this
адекватный,
town.
хоть, ну, в каком-то аспекте.
Because you
Не то,
brought
чтобы
the
сдать
crooked
своих
man in,
друзей и начать все это.
everyone
фигню.
saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Она
You're
тоже в
not as
Европу,
bad as
интересно.
everyone says you are.
Что такое?
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
Trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. What
Что-то происходит. Происходит мыслительный процесс какой-то. Что, пойдем?
Что? Ну пошли. Конец. Просто она сказала те же слова.
Какие слова?
Вот. А, нет, это не то. Она сказала слова: ты не такой страшный, как все думают. Вот она в последнем.
Такое же то, что
говорил в первой серии в начале, да. В первом эпизоде говорила Вера. То же самое ему и ушла. И там какие-то диалоги пересекались. Ну, то есть, она говорила те же вещи про ленточку. Ну, судя по этим флешбекам, не знаю. В общем.
Ну, типа такой, ну нафиг это еще раз составлять, я за тобой. Понятно.
Да, только, по-моему, вторая игра, вторая часть вообще не об этом.
Да. Как-то они решили, не будем это продолжать. Можно посмотреть, что мы тут вообще сделали с людьми. Красавицу мы поразили детективными навыками, подожди.
Синебрадовы боролись с ним после допроса. Колин, вы дали ему выпить, вы помогли ему избежать фермы. Окей. Так. Вы дали ей денег, вы предложили ей работу, вы пили, вы заключили сделку. Ну да, мы привели кружка Тимы, стали ждать его. Окей, это...
Ну и все, и конец игры. Мы прошли игру.
Ура! Ура!
Первая игра пройдена. Ну что, какие впечатления? Ты же играла не до конца.
Финал, не знаю, я ждала большего от финала именно. Как-то я больше не то что ругаются, ну да, не ругались, я ждала как-то большего от этого скрюченного мужчины, человека.
Типа такой саспенс.
Мистер Зло. Ну, я ждала от него как-то, не знаю, больше...
Зла?
Не то что зла, как бы... Ну, мне непонятна мотивация героя.
Ну, просто стал в итоге бандитом.
Деньги и контроль — это дурацкая мотивация. Ну вот. Но нет, мне очень понравилась игра, но конец, прям финал очень смазанный. Не знаю.
Но они,
видимо... что это за Снежка у лифта было? Что случилось за те 5 секунд?
Ну, видимо, типа, она начинает разбираться со всеми делами, всех принимает, и она такая, потом. У нас пока убийств нету, иди потом.
Не знаю, в общем, как-то...
Ну, финал, знаешь, они, видимо, хотели сделать...
Открытый.
Да.
Ну, они, да, его и сделали. А вторую часть сделали другую.
Понимаешь, ну, типа, игру они делали давно, и потом произошла вся ситуация со студией, там, может, кто не знает, она закрывалась, потом ее выкупали, короче, там очень долго эта студия. В итоге сейчас вроде как вообще другие люди будут заниматься занимаются второй частью.
Я знаю, что она выйдет целиком, все сразу эпизоды.
Необычные для таких игр. Обычно они прям по эпизодам выходят, а здесь прям полностью. Ну, ничего, всем спасибо за просмотр. Мы будем выбирать, что проходить дальше.
Да.
Ну, всем спасибо, всем удачи, всем пока. Пишите свое мнение в комментариях, как вам вообще игра. Пока.
Пока.